Hello, guys and gals and animal friends and spirit pals. Welcome or welcome back to the Spirit Whisperer channel. Happy Saturday, 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 Saturday. That's all right. How you guys doing? Me and a few of my children are here. There's Alaska behind me. And there's Buttercup, even closer behind me, my little butter. And who else is back there? There's Pumpkin with her dog. We're all gathered here. How are you guys doing on this nice Saturday night? 11:23. Are you just thrilled and excited and just happy as can be? No, me neither. Yeah, it's been kind of a shit storm of processing emotions. Because I've just been feeling all the emotions. All of them. Quite a bit. And it's been taking its toll. Making me exhausted and feeling tired. And just like kind of a feeling of disappointment in a lot of things. Like America. Americans. The universe. Democrats, Kamala, Joe, the government, I don't know, just feeling really like disappointed and tired. That about sums it up. But here I am. Just like I wasn't all those things. Because I refuse to dwell on all that. Okay, so I wanted to come on tonight and we'll pull a few cards. But I also wanted to share with you, because I did also, when I get into these kinds of energies, you know, when just the world is like becoming a lot, I tend to get quiet and go within and talk to what I call the Creator. And also Pan in this case, because he works with me a lot. Just about what's going on. And although I agreed to work with, you know, my guides, what is it, almost 40 years ago. And I've kept to that agreement, and I love it, and it's a great partnership. I enjoy it, and I've enjoyed all the adventures we've had together. Love it, love it, love it. But I don't want to be somebody who just tells people what they want to hear. I don't mind to give things, you know, the most positive slant or the most positive view of things, you know, but I don't really want to deceive people or just, you know, do lip service or giving them just what they want to hear, whether it's true or not. I'm not really about that. And I don't really want to give people false hope and lead them down a garden path. Nothing like that. I'd rather just know the truth, even if I don't like it. And Lord knows, in this current today situation, I really don't like anything about it. And that's just the truth of it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I haven't liked it for the past 10 years, so why would I all of a sudden like it and be excited about the possibility of 4 more? No. Hate it. And I don't use that term lightly. But anyway, you know, and that was my thing. I don't want to do that. So if that's something that I'm somehow doing or getting into, I want to stop it. I don't want to do that. And, you know, and so, universe, why do the cards keep telling me one story and, you know, the world around me seems to tell me the opposite story? Because that is, you know, confusing, confounding, irritating. You know, what's that about? Why do I tend to read the opposite of what the world wants to tell me. And this is what they said. And why are we still doing it? Every time I pull the cards or every time I meditate or ask you guys, I get the same message basically. Number one, that everything will turn out in the end. And I completely, totally agree with that. I'm having a little bit of trouble completely accepting that we, for some reason, deserve to go through like 4 more years of a hateful bully. Really? Do we really need to do that? Is that really the best thing? Now, the cards seem to say, and we agree, and no. And so Pan was saying to me, well, Mark, the reason you keep getting that and the reason I keep telling you that is because, number one, it's the truth. The election was stolen, period, point blank. That's the truth. That's why you keep getting it, because that is what happened. It's plain and simple. So why all of a sudden are you doubting me? So there's that. Number two, he says, we want to keep, the reason we ask you to read over and over and to put it on the thing is because we want to keep that neon sign lit over this gateway, over this doorway, over this path, this possibility, this potential to go here, pull the truth out for all to see once and for all, and move forward in light and love and truth. And so we want to keep this open and running, regardless of what, the media, the politicians, like other readers, it doesn't matter. We're sticking on this, and we're doing it on purpose, and just keeping the focus here, keeping the light on, going right this way. Here's an option. You could always take this trail. Truth is on your side. How about moving up this way? That's a good thing. And that's what the universe does in general. When you're working on any kind of manifestation with the universe, they'll try to steer you as clearly possible to the highest path. And let's say you snoozed for a minute and you missed it, or you thought that wasn't it, or you're confused. They'll, try to encourage you to look again, and they'll keep the light on. They won't just go, oh, well, no. That's the greatest possible path, but we're done. No, they'll keep the light on, hoping to catch your attention. So that makes me feel better. I know with all my heart, soul, they stole the election. Period, point blank. I don't care who doesn't like to hear it. It's just the truth. Now, we really need to figure it out because it's in the machines or something. They can do it anytime they want to. For the first time in my whole life, and I'm 100 years old, have I ever felt that, why would I want to vote? Ever. I've never felt that. I love voting. But at this point, I'm like, well, what would be the point? As long as this is happening and we don't ferret it out and figure it out, what's the point? Because obviously, many Americans' votes weren't counted. Yeah, anyway, so that's my little rant about that. And it actually made me feel better. Because, if you doubt and start dropping into that fear focus, which, it's hard, guys. I know it's hard for everybody. Trust me. I know. So much confusing energy. There's so much chaotic energy. Every day, if you were to watch the news, I don't encourage it at all. It's just, life is going along. Here's his pick. Here's his pick. I don't give a hoot. Honestly, as he goes on, I don't really care about anything he does or doesn't do. His thing is to suck up all the oxygen in the room. Bully. Remind people what a bully is. get up in your face, do the worst possible choice known to man just to see if it bugs you or pisses you off. Probably the best thing to handle him is to completely and totally ignore him and all that he does. Because obviously getting up in arms about it and being upset and did, what is it? Goose egg. Big O, nothing. So maybe if we just ignored him and his administration completely and entirely, never tuned into anything that was about that, might hurt him where he lives. I notice that not only was I sick of the news and haven't watched it once since the election night, and I was a fan of MSNBC, and that's what I usually watch. If I watch that kind, haven't watched it once since. And then I noticed, I wasn't the only one. Apparently, loads of people stopped watching. That's because we don't like being gaslighted. Not a bit. We're not a bunch of morons. You almost have to be the most dunderheaded person in the world not to know what happened. No offense to any dunderheads out there. All right, let's ask a few questions. Gird your loins, because I'm going in. I also want to say, orbs of light, shining bright. You're also invited here tonight. Yeah, little orbs, come on in. Help us out. So the first thing I want to read on is basically the same ding-dang questions, because I don't care about any of his picks or any of that. I'm not even paying the slightest bit of attention. One's worse than the next. Oh, what a surprise. He only goes to the bottom of the list, because you got to be crooked, greedy, creepy in order for it to be considered. Okay. So, is Joe Biden even bothered by this? Does he even give a rat's ass, or has he just moved on? He can't wait to get out of office and go home, or is this bugging him even an iota as much as it bugs me? I might like to think so, but I haven't really seen any evidence of it. So I'm wondering, is Joe aware and concerned about the election in America being stolen out from under Americans? I'm not even talking about Democrats. Stolen out from under Americans. Does he give a hoot? Is he even looking at it? Or is he like, you're on your own, babes? I used to love truth, justice, and the American way, but now I can't be bothered. Says the Joe Biden. Of course, you know I'm kidding, because I love Joe Biden. At the same time, it's very irritating. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. I did 3. Okay, well, I like those cards. Let me pull one of these too, because you know me. Variety's the spice of life. I'm going to pull one more little card here, just to toss it on there and see what this oddster deck has to say. Oops. Okay. That. Let's Joe think about this, or does he even think about it? Okay, well, these are pretty interesting. All right, guys, here we go. It's time to show you what I'm staring at. First of all, so I ask, is Joe even give a fluckin' frickin' flucka fluck? Does he care? What's he doing? Is there anything? It doesn't even care. So the first card we get, Magician. Major Arcana number 1. Yep, I'm going to say he cares. I'm going to say he's still under the impression that he might have a little magic he can do, a trick up his sleeve. He's not given up yet. He's still fighting. He still thinks we can get that Two of Cups into office. And I talked about this before. Lately, when I've been doing these readings, the Two of Cups keep coming up as Kamala and Tim, because it always comes up like a guy and a girl, you know, together, and for the cups. So looks like he hasn't. That's still a focus. He's thinking about bringing some of this stuff that's hidden out. So the moon upside down. So secrets, hidden crap, he's trying to get to the bottom of it. So I do think he is doing stuff, not nothing. And I also get the Knight of Pentacles, like retrieving votes and bringing them back. So I'm going to say, even though it would be nice to have some evidence on our side, it looks like even Joe is working behind the scenes. Don't let our imaginations get away with us, imagining all kinds of horrible stuff. Be better just to not think about it than to go all into a big old, what happens about this and this and this. Okay. Then I pulled these odd cards, and I like it because I said, does he even care? And I got this concern upside down, caution tape. Yeah, he's concerned, but it's not like that. It's lessening. So that again makes me think we're examining it. We're going past the caution tape, looking into stuff. He's kind of being careful because he doesn't want conflict. That's kind of the way he is in general. So he's kind of taking it one step at a time. It's kind of slow. I wish they were all a little bit faster, Democrats. Putting the puzzle pieces together, making sure everything's in a line like that. Sure is taking a long time. And I ask, how does he feel about it? What does he think about it? It makes him sick to his stomach. Where's the barf bag? Yeah, he hates it. Yeah, whatever he's acting like or seeming like. It's just that, acting. He is concerned. Okay. So let's say, what about the government? You know, like the FBI, the CIA, all those people. Are they doing anything about it? It's so quiet, you could hear a pin drop. Are they doing something? I know. I'm being a little bit aggressive. Okay. Government forces that be. Whatever you're called. Are they doing something? I got the Nine of Cups. Now I keep getting that Nine of Cups over and over, and usually it's about the Oompa Loompa proudly sitting with a bunch of cup votes that weren't really his, but he got them. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I just kept pulling because it keeps talking. All right, here we go. Nine of Cups. It's that same old thing. I get this card over and over when I'm reading on this, and it always reminds me of the Oompa Loompa smugly sitting in front of his cup votes, which would, in my opinion, be more like Democrat votes, the Lovin votes. And he's got, oh, look, I got all these. I even got this big abundance of the love votes. No. So they're focused on that because ain't nobody love him that much. I don't care. That's right there. Something's wonky. That everything just fell right into perfect place. So I'm going to say they're suspicious. They're also saying patience. Yeah, okay. But news is about to emerge. I think they're about ready to say something. There's a lot of energy in the sky flying around. And I think it's going to be news that makes all us girls happy. We're going to want to toast and do a little dance. Look, there's that pumpkin they're dancing around too. Pan has said to me over and over that there might be some kind of news before Thanksgiving. That looks like dancing around Thanksgiving time. So, like that. So that's about, yep, we're watching it. Just be patient. News is going to come out. We're examining everything with the fine-tooth comb. Focused. All eyes on it kind of a thing. There's a lot to it, though. There's more than one thing. So it does slow the movement down a little bit. There's a lot to look at. And if you're examining it from head to toe, as close as you can, all the details, it slows it down a bit. But that came right under the patience card. It's like, don't get too much your panties in a bunch, because it's necessary. The time is necessary. Yes, I hear you. They're talking to me probably in particular. Because what? This chariot might seem a little slower, but what's it leading to? The tower. I get this tower all the time. So I was asking about, the agencies and stuff. What are they doing? This story tells me that they're looking into votes. That Nine of Cups always looks like stolen votes to me, and you're all smug about it because you don't think nobody's come find out. And I draw it over and over and over and over again. JC could tell you, because every time. And I kind of like that patience card this time. It made a little more sense and I wasn't so irritated. Um, it looks like there will be news coming out. Now again, this Three of Cups made me think around Thanksgiving. I was going to ask that again, but that almost says that. And they're looking at making a tower moment. All right. So, I'm going to pull a couple cards just on. Do you think we might get a little break or a little heads up? You know, it'd be great, universe, if you could give the light workers just a breath. That'd be great. Like a nice, big, deep breath before Thanksgiving. Let me ask about that. How does the energy look as far as bringing the truth about the stolen election to the surface, and if that coming up before Thanksgiving? Well, the first card's the Three of Swords. Heartbreak. But is that heartbreak for me or heartbreak for them? Page of Spears. The Page of Spears. Could be some info. That's not very clear. Do you see some kind of info or evidence that somebody's at least looking into this coming out before Thanksgiving? Well, it makes me think yeah. Okay. All right. Let's stop. I just keep pulling. They just keep going on and on. That Three of Swords. Actually, I think it is a stab to the heart to the Orange Menace. The Knight of Swords is on the trail, but it's upside down. So it's not quite going as quickly as it could, right? But it is on the trail, Knight of Swords, seeking out truth. Looking for those hidden cups, those hidden votes. It's like, where are they? Well, they're right up here in the dark, hidden. And still, so we're still looking for them. Of course, my question was, do you think we're going to see anything before Thanksgiving, if you please? Then I get the Page of Spears, or Wands. You know, and I also, and my question was, do you think the universe could give us a little breath or a little break? This acts like a message, a positive message from the universe, because spears, wands, to me, is spirit. So it does feel like a positive message perhaps coming before Thanksgiving, because that's what I asked, regarding the Queen of Spears, or Wands, which to me is Kamala. If she's not the Queen of Swords, she's the Queen of Wands, because she's fighting for women and spirit, divine feminine, all that. So that looks like some news about her regarding counting of votes. There's the Eight of Coins, busily working on the votes, counting them. Three of Coins, that looks like counting votes again. So maybe there's some kind of a recount thing that happens. Although I think we're running out of time. Although I also hear that I don't know, if the president could say you can do a recount or something. I don't know. Something's weird. But it looks like there's recounting in favor, action taken in favor of the spears, of the spirit, the Knight of Spears. So action coming forward. Something you can see. Again, it would be like a message from the universe for us light workers, I think. So that seemed like a positive. Yes. We'll see, because it's next week. Let me do just a couple of quickies. Do we see the nightmare wannabe dictator Oompa Loompa Doompa being the president in 2025? I know I've asked you this a million times. It's probably getting on your nerves. I want to know. Do we see him? In 2025? Do we? Not looking great. Let me pull one more. I do love the tarot cards. So, yeah, you had to show me that one again. Okay. Right. So I said, do we see him being the president in 2025? First of all, they said to pull this Nine of Cups out again. Is that smug jerk face with the stolen cups? Because they can't have me draw this card enough. Because they keep wanting to say over and over, he stole the election for entertainment purposes only. I don't see how that's entertaining, but So I said, do you see him being the president in 2025? So the first card I get is, Queen of Swords. Don't look a lot like him. Looks like somebody else we all know. Somebody who might be, I don't know, a Libra and a woman and into truth and justice. They're on the throne. Don't see no sign of Oompa. So I said, do we see him being the president? 2025? Well, they give me this card first. Second card we get is Judgment. We see judgment coming for the evil Night King, King of darkness and night. There's some judgment headed his way in 2025. That don't look like the presidency. And what's the third card? Because I can't get this one enough. The Tower. So when I ask the presidency for him, I see a queen in the throne. I see big time judgment. And I see a tower. And then, look, the offer's being made to a woman. The cup is being returned from whence it came to a woman. It's interesting, he didn't even really show up in this, except maybe this. That could be him. But guys, what do you think about that? I liked it. Kind of gives me goosebumps. And of course, I hear fans saying, see, Mark, I told you you're going to get the same reading. I'm going, I know, you little brat. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to close it out so I won't keep you guys up too late tonight. So, no, I'm going to ask two more. Number one, how are we meaning my lovely spiritual family here, the one that comes to my channel. Thank you guys, by the way, for subscribing. And all of our, our extended family of light workers, spiritual minded, like-minded peoples who would love to have truth, justice, and the American way returned. So how are we going to be feeling come Christmas time? How's our energy going to be doing? I'll pull 3 cards. Christmas energy. How's our mood and energy going? Yeah, okay. Like all that, but can you give me one more? Okay, they keep, I keep drawing a lot of the same cards. Well, I think we're still going to be feeling kind of all kinds of ways because I don't think everything's going to be settled. And because it's still kind of going on, it's not over with. We're going to be feeling a little bit sad about that because we'd love for this to be freaking over with. But we're watching counting happening. Here we go again. There's some vote counting going on. Vote accounting in the winter to see if the votes were fair. So he's got his little scale in his hand. You got these 3, you got these 2. Was that right or not? Counting. And it's like obvious, I think, by Christmas. There's news about, see if I can get the lovely snow on here. News about counting. All those little flecks on here glitter. They're so beautiful. I love them. So there's that. We're feeling more unified again. Like coming together. We're feeling at one. We are united. Because we'll be here for each other no matter what, right? It doesn't matter. We'll still be here for each other. Doing the same thing. Helping us all get through the day. I also think we become aware, like, it might not be over, but it's feeling better. There's a little surprise news. We're feeling tired and beat up, but we're not down for the count. We're standing right there with the sheep. And we can see, the judgment coming. We can see, we can feel it happening. Let's say that. Overseen by spirit. We feel, let's see. We can feel the change in the air. Let's say that. At Christmas. Around Christmas time. So not completely settled. Things still going on. But we see stuff going on, which is great. But it's just still kind of going. That we haven't gotten to the conclusion yet. Now I'm going to end this because I picked up this deck and what's on the bottom? Queen of Swords. There's Kamala again. She's even on the bottom of that deck. Do we see Kamala? being the president in 2025? Do we see Kamala being president in 2025? Kamala Harris being the president in 2025. Do we see it? Do we see it? I could just stop with that because that's just a big old fat yes. And a yes with the Ace of Swords. Because what is that? Let me say it one more time in case you haven't heard me. Truth, justice, the American way! Because, guys, you all know it. I don't need to tell you. That's really what it's about. You know. That's the energy that we're looking to move into and to have here on the earth. And I still feel like the energies of heaven and earth are on that same page. Now we just got to get the peoples getting up and doing some action. Okay, guys. Well, I hope that was better than a poke in the eye with a stick. Let's hope that at least it was better than that. And that you guys can go to bed, have some sweet dreams. Sweet dreams of you. And until we meet again, whether it's in your dreams or on the lube tube, I love you. And I hope you keep that in your mind. I love you, and I know you love me because you tell me all the time, and I do appreciate it. Bye. I'm going to go snuggle up with my puppies because it's about 38 here. I'm cold. We're going to go snuggle. And I'll talk to you again real soon, guys. Love ya.